Before we begin, just a little bit of housekeeping. In reviewing one of my old videos, specifically the Bomb Man video, I noticed a mistake. Yes, when I tabulated the amount of attempts that it took me to get a successful no-damage run, I counted up all the outtakes and came up with a figure of 44. Unfortunately, I forgot to add 1 for the successful run. That would bring the actual total to 45, which, very strangely, is the exact same amount as it took me to conquer Bubble Man. Yeah, kinda strange. I wonder if these excessive piles of outtakes are just somehow related to the fact that the name of the Robot Master begins with a B. Wait a minute. No, it can't mean... No! Okay, yeah, this probably doesn't look too familiar to you, at least not from my videos, and you're probably thinking, who are all these idiots? Well, they're the idiots of Mega Man 6, which is my least favorite of the Mega Man games that I actually like. We'll put it that way. Yeah, it took me a while to decide if I could do any of these guys, but I think I can probably handle Blizzard Man, eventually. Okay, Mega Man 6. Let's see what we can do to Blizzard Man. I do happen to suffer from seasonal affective disorder, which means that winter is by far my least favorite season of the year. Maybe I'll take out some frustrations on Blizzard Man. I'm sure he gets that a lot. There's not really too much that I can say about Mega Man 6. I'll narrate my experience, of course. But as far as personal memories go, I don't really have many. I think by that point I was getting slightly burned out on Mega Man. I know. In retrospect, that seems pretty crazy to admit. A friend of mine did rent this game when it was new, and I did go over his house to play it. In fact, I took one look at the enemy select screen, said, "What the hell is a Yamato?" and that was pretty much it. Yeah, that was way closer than it needed to be. But that's what happens in a nice stage. Enemies tend to appear and reappear when you don't really expect it or want them to. Boy, that was a dumb place to jump, wasn't it? A little more clearance on this one. I know that I'm taking this slowly, and I know that that may be frustrating, but the fact of the matter is, I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with the others. For that reason, I'm playing it safe. Or at least I'm trying. That submarine area has really not been very cooperative. Wow, an easy mini-boss. Better put him in a frame. Speaking of the submarine, here we go. I have a feeling most of my outtakes will consist of this area. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted Mega Man to mate with Rush here in this little cutscene, which is fortunately skippable because I get very sick of seeing it, to create this new gigantic monstrosity. What you want to do there is what I did there, where you wait for the ship to be moving up so that your shot's angled downward. With that, we're through pretty much the worst of this little room, which may actually mean that we're as good as on to Blizzard Man. But I'm not going to get cocky just yet. And also, Blizzard Man, who are you kidding? You're not an explosive robot master. Stop trying to make me love you. It's really pathetic. There is a time stopper in this game, and under normal circumstances, as you know, I would abuse the hell out of it. But I didn't really feel like fighting Centaur Man. Centaur Man, really? Really? Yeah, taking this room slowly is pretty much essential. I'm actually tempted to watch a speedrun of this stage just to see how people do handle that area. It's pretty tough. But we're through to Blizzard Man, who unfortunately is not always very cooperative. Alright, Blizzard Man, after your dynamic entrance, please, please, please be predictable. Okay, good start. Keep it up, actually. Hey, you taught that to Strike Man. Yeah, I wasn't gonna wait to see what he did next. But I'm pretty happy to report that we have a foothold in Mega Man 6. And with that, we have every Mega Man game represented. Except, of course, for 9 and 10. I still don't know if I'm able to play those and record them with an emulator. Mega Man 6 does have weapon demonstrations, but unfortunately really crappy weapons. That's right, 4 snowflakes that sound like the Mega Buster. It's just as satisfying to use as you would think. Oh wait, there's a Mega Man 8, isn't there? We'll do it eventually. We have to do it eventually. But until then, enjoy some outtakes. You'll have to cut me a little bit of slack. I'm not really used to this game. Therefore, I forget where a lot of things are. It's also possible that I just don't know where they are to begin with. Great. Okay. But we're not quite through to Blizzard Man. No, Capcom hates us. But really, is it that surprising? Whoops. Huh. Well. We're through to Blizzard Man, who is not totally predictable. But we're going to do our best. Very dynamic entrance. Case in point, he never fucking did that before. And you'll see me moving very slowly in this stage. Mainly because I don't really remember where most things are. See? Great. Oh, and I can't even hit the spikes. Insult to injury. There we go. Yeah, this little cutscene happens every time Mega Man mates with his dog to produce some sort of robotic monstrosity. I get tired of seeing it, so I'm glad it's skippable. If you'd like to see it, buy the game. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't have anyone fucking hell! Okay, so that was a bit of a mislead at the beginning. No, Blizzard Man wasn't anywhere near as bad as Bomb Man or Bubble Man. Although, to be honest, I really wouldn't have been surprised if he turned out to be. I'm not as familiar with Mega Man 6, and I really did want to cover the game, but I was sort of afraid that I wouldn't be able to. I practiced a lot of Robot Masters after I started this, and the stages were just a little too tough. Or so I thought. Blizzard Man was one of those that I practiced extensively, and I just couldn't do it. Then I went back, gave it one shot, and had no problem at all. Okay, so when I was actually recording I had some issues, but that was really it. It wasn't too bad a stage. The mini-boss was very easy to take care of if you have his weakness, and Blizzard Man himself is a little bit unpredictable, but he happened to be pretty cooperative once the camera was rolling. And I do appreciate that, Blizzard Man. I owe you one. When fighting Blizzard Man, if you take a kind of shot-for-shot mentality, it's not so bad. Respond to whatever he's doing, hit him once, and then give him time to do the next thing. But anyway, I'm starting to digress. I expected that this would take me maybe 10 attempts before I got a successful no-damage run on camera. And honestly, I sort of expected to exceed that. Easily. In reality, once the camera was rolling, it was really only 6 attempts. No, I didn't come in hugely under par, but still, it makes me feel kind of good. This was a stage I, at one point, wasn't sure I'd ever be able to do. And in fact, if it weren't for Blizzard Man's tendency to ski toward you twice in a row, trap you in a corner, and then decide to do his little invincibility roll, I probably could have finished him Buster only as well. But hey, I'm just talking at this point. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm glad we were finally able to make a dent in Mega Man 6. Who knows? Maybe we can make another one before too long. Tune in next time.